There to wait to be spring-loaded with another phosphate.
Man, I wish somebody was here.
Hello.
Who are you?
The magical professor. I'm here to help you with your science project.
Miss Gordon is making us do an experiment.
An experiment about what?
Man, we have to show how materials move in and out of a semi-permeable membrane.
Well, why do you have an egg?
The egg is representing the membrane, duh.
Sorry, I ain't know. Oh, well, I think I can actually help you with that. Yeah.
Yes.
What you done so far?
Nothing.
Whoa, sorry. Okay, well, I think I can help you with the experiment. You interested?
You see I'm struggling. I need help.
Okay, I got you. Well, girl, we can go to Miss Gordon's room, though, like right now. And I think Annie in there. She can help us out. You want to go?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Annie. Hey, girl.
Hey!
Simone needs help on an experiment. She's trying to figure out how materials move in and out of a permeable membrane by using an egg to represent it.
Semi-permeable.
Semi-permeable? Sorry.
I think I have an idea.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
So what I was thinking was that we could maybe use vinegar because the cell represents the cell membrane and the vinegar can represent the acid in our body that breaks down the calcium carbonate.
So that means if we place the egg in the vinegar, then the membrane will come out softer.
Exactly.
Let's find out. Have you measured the circumference of the egg yet?
Yeah, I measured it in short ways. The circumference was 14 centimeters, and long ways it was 17 centimeters. And I already weighed it to 64.44 grams.
Okay, good. Okay, so I think we should place the egg in vinegar for a couple of days, and to make sure that evaporation does not occur, cover it with aluminum foil. Okay.
Good day. You're going to just take it out and gently try to rub the shell off. And then once the shell's almost gone, you got almost all of it off, you're going to place it back in the beaker with vinegar and place it in there sideways so you won't break the egg. And then you're going to pour some more vinegar in there. Back up to the same amount as it was, like 200 milliliters. After you place that in there, put the foil back on top. After this foil is placed back on top, you're going to go take it back to the place and let it sit for about an hour. See, when the egg is placed back in the beaker, since all the shell is gone, only like the bubbles form. They're only forming on the remainder of the shell. But once we take it back on the calcium carbonate shell, but once we remove the egg and rub the rest of the shell off, I predict that probably no more bubbles will form. That's what hours passed, so we're just gonna go and try to rinse what's left of the shell. So you can pour some of the vinegar out to get it. What's left of it? Let's try to rinse it off. Seem to come off, so you have to rinse the beaker out with tap water next. Okay, so the shell's completely gone. It's taken like a day and an hour for this entire egg's shell to be removed. So now you can observe. Okay, now you know, but here you can like try to observe it. I don't know how it feels to you.
It's really slimy right now. It's drying up though, and it's softer than without the calcium carbonate shell.
So it's very nice. What should we do next, Annie? Okay, so now that like it's gotten out of the vinegar and stuff, we need to like measure the new like circumference and stuff. So let's go long ways. Okay, long ways is 18 centimeters, so like the circumference long ways increased by 1 centimeter. And then width wise, the new width is 15 centimeters, so it increased width wise like also by 1 centimeter. So increase, yeah.
We use the egg in water to show a hypotonic reaction.
Okay. It seems so much bigger in it. Okay, maybe you should put like the foil back on top, so like evaporation won't like affect it or anything. And then we should place it there for like a day. Come back tomorrow and see how it is.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yes.
I think that's a good idea.
After we took the egg out of water, the yolk is hard, the outside feels leathery, and it's yellow. It's larger than before. The circumference long ways is 19.05 centimeters, and the circumference short ways is 16.76 centimeters. And the mass is 89.49 grams.
Did this.
We use the egg and corn syrup to show a hypertonic reaction. This is how the egg looks before we put it in the corn syrup.
After we took the egg out of the corn syrup, the circumference decreased. The short circumference was 12 centimeters, and the long circumference was 15 centimeters. And the outside of the egg is plastic-like, kind of leathery, and the inside, the yolk, is hard. Also, the mass is 50.18 grams.
So Simone, what did you get from this entire experiment?
In the experiment, we used an eggshell made out of calcium carbonate, and the egg was white, cold, and it weighed 64.4 grams. The short circumference was 14 centimeters, and the long circumference was 17 centimeters.
Oh, really? So why could you like just take the shell off so easily when it was placed in vinegar?
Because in the vinegar, the vinegar is acetic acid, and in the vinegar, the egg gets bigger because it's hypotonic. It's in a hypotonic solution, which means that it has a low amount of solute, which means the water is going to move from the higher concentration to the egg, which is in the lower concentration.
So what ended up happening after you put the egg into the water?
The water moves through the egg.
Oh, really? So isn't that called diffusion?
Yes.
What's diffusion?
Pause it.
So why did it diffuse?
It was probably because it's more hypotonic, and it's even more hypotonic than the vinegar because although it is not pure water, it is still mostly water, so it'll still move through the egg, move into the egg.
Okay. So didn't you also put the egg into corn syrup?
Yes.
What happened?
In the corn syrup, the water came back out because there was less water in that solution than in the actual egg. And which means that the corn syrup is a hypertonic solution.
Okay, well that's cool.
So what would be the next step to this experiment?
I think you could just put the egg in like different solutions such as salt water and alcohol and olive oil. And like the olive oil can take place of the corn syrup, and the salt water could take place of the water, and the alcohol can take place of the vinegar because you know it's like acidic. And you could just see if you get like the same results. And that could be your next step. So, well, I'm glad I could be of help for you and be your magical professor, and I'll be here whenever you need me. Thank you.
Bye.